Good morning. It is August 8th, 2023, and I am in Cottonwood, Arizona, and this is my summer garden update. So we're going to take a look around and just see what is growing this sort of mid-summer day. It's 9 o'clock in the morning and it is monsoon season, and it looks like the storms are already getting started for the day. So I thought I'd do this before the rain comes, and hopefully the rain comes soon because we need it. This is watermelon that I didn't plant this year. It actually came up from last year, and it's been producing a lot of these nice little melons. Over here we have okra, and this has been a really good okra year. I've been getting tons of it every single day. I've got such pretty flowers. So this over here, this is all okra along this bed, and then on this side is Roselle hibiscus, which is actually related to okra and has edible leaves, and then the hibiscus that turns into calyxes that you can make into tea, which is great. This year it made a bunch of flowers early, and then now it's stopped flowering, but it's growing really big. It likes this humidity of these rainstorms coming on here, and hopefully we'll get more flowers when we go into the fall. Sunflowers are kind of towards their end, but the birds are having a good time with them, and I'll be saving a lot of these sunflower seeds for next year and ongoing. Okay, this other in the ground bed over here are all of the peppers. These have been really productive for the last 2 months. I have been living off of peppers for the last 2 months, and they've been great. All these are banana peppers. These ones are all the sweet peppers. These are pepperoncini peppers, and then lots and lots of bell peppers. Come through this way. But really, really good productive pepper year. Very happy with that. Come along here, more peppers, more peppers. Oh, turn this way. This bed is, I put in some potatoes for a late season crop. And we've got amaranth, we have basil, eggplant, more eggplant, more peppers. These are I thought they were banana peppers, but they're really spicy, so I'm not exactly sure what those are. This is another kind of cool looking mystery sweet pepper. And these are the tomatoes that actually are producing a lot of tomatoes for the last couple months. They're kind of on their way out. We'll see if they make a comeback in the fall, which they might. Here's some more tomatoes. These are the little yellow plum tomatoes. I might have picked them all yesterday. And lots of basil. Things are looking pretty lush. And more peppers. These are a Korean hot pepper. There's Dakota. He's complaining about something. More volunteer watermelons. Shishito peppers. Let's see. This is cucumbers. It's been a little too hot to produce fruit, but I think we're just starting to get a few of those. Here's that giant amaranth, which also volunteered. I planted this a couple of years ago, and it loves to come up every year now. I think it's a Hopi dye amaranth. It's really beautiful. I'm saving a lot of the seeds. Okay, let me go around this way. This bed is acorn squash, which I put in kind of late, but that seemed to be helpful because less of the squash bugs destroying everything. But that's called Starry Night, and I can't remember what this other variety is, but they're really pretty. And this is going to be great, like a whole bed of those. Over here is more cucumbers, and then this super aggressive bean, I think it's a hyacinth bean. It's got great flowers too. I love these. Look at these. So pretty. It hasn't produced much, but I'm looking forward to seeing what it does. It's really aggressive. It was supposed to be drought tolerant, so that's why I planted it, and it seems to be doing fine. Pomegranate tree. getting lots of little fruit started, which is always good to see. And over here, oh, here's that thunder. This is sweet potato, which I planted from slips, I think at the beginning of June. So these are doing well. These get harvested around November, so they have a ways to go. But again, these are nice edible leaves, so you can cook them like spinach, feed them to the chickens, all that good stuff. I'm gonna take a quick peek inside of the greenhouse while I'm over here. And most of this stuff along here, all these flowers along the outside, are mostly going to seed. This is all the hollyhock, all going to seed. So I've been collecting those up. It's a little loud in here, so I'm just going to take a quick peek. The swamp coolers are on. And I've cleared out most of the beds in here, so we're kind of in between with this. Got the herbs, got a big empty bed here. Actually, it's kind of cool. I've decided to start doing mushrooms in these middle beds here. So I put some of the mycelium into here. This is one called an almond agaricus, which is kind of like a button mushroom. And then in this one, I have a pink oyster, just left over from what I'm growing inside. So it'll be interesting to see over the next year or so if that kind of takes off. There's horseradish. Here are some starts, and still have lots of jalapenos. Cucumbers kind of on their way out. Lettuces, I'm all turning this all over. These are chicken food for now, and I'll be planting more of those. It just got too hot. So I'm gonna go back out. And we can go around this way and just take a quick peek at the orchard. And here's more. These are carrots going to seed, and I think I'll have to collect these pretty soon. I've done more of the mushroom mycelium on these outside beds too. And let's see, got lots of big fallen over sunflowers. Try to get past this one. Oh. Okay, let's see. We have, that's the persimmon tree, and a little bit of fruit started on there, not too much this year. Fig tree, lots of little figs started, which is great. I love the figs. Orchard is still a construction zone. It got too hot to put in more beds, so we're waiting until the fall. We've got 4 more of these big beds that we're going to put in here. In this area, and then we've got the arches, which have been working out pretty well. We've got some nice fruit here. Look at this big cantaloupe. This one's gonna be great. That one's almost ready. We've been definitely getting some nice melons this year. This one is a snow leopard melon, one of our favorites. See, that's cucumber beetle damage, but at least it doesn't affect the taste of the fruit. We've got some little lemon drop watermelons. Those are great personal size little melons. Over here we picked all of our spaghetti squash. Here's a little bit of a kabocha squash. Another kabocha up there. This at the end is loofah, but it hasn't formed any fruit, so I guess we'll find out if that's going to grow up here or not. In fact, it might be not hot enough for that. Take a zoom in here to the beehive. They're doing well. We got our first honey about a month and a half ago, and that was really good stuff. I've been mixing that with elderberries that we have growing on the other side of the house. The berries, I've gotten some strawberries, and I think that's about it. All of these fruit and nut trees, you know, they're not producing this year because they just went in March. So next year will really be the first time, once they get more established, to start getting a little bit of fruit in there, which will be very cool. There's maybe a few apples here and there, but here's the main area of that, and then these are little kumquat trees, and they're actually starting to flower, so we might get kumquats this winter. That would be cool. Anyway, this is my update for this summer of 2023. And where did that storm cloud go? Well, hopefully we'll get some rain this afternoon because the trees need watering. All right, well, take care. See you in the fall.